The Matric results are out, and yes, they've made history. The 2025 class achieved an 88% National Senior Certificate pass rate, the highest ever recorded. So naturally there's celebration, as there should be. But before we declare mission accomplished, let's slow down, because unpacking these results tells two very different stories. First, the basics. More than 900,000 Matric learners wrote their exams last year, the biggest cohort South Africa has ever seen. Over 650,000 passed. And for the first time ever, every single one of South Africa's 75 education districts received above an 80% pass rate. And that's not nothing. Let's break it down further. In the public school system, the national pass rate climbed from 87.3 to 88%. A record 345,000 learners earned bachelor passes, meaning they qualify for university study. This is the highest number ever, even though the percentages dipped slightly. Provincially, KZN topped the country with a 90.6% pass rate, followed by the Free State with 89.3%. On paper, this looks like real progress. But, and this is important, overall pass rates do not tell us everything. Mathematics pass rates dropped from 69 to 64%. Accounting also declined. Physical science pass rate improved slightly, but not enough to offset concerns. Education Minister Sifiwe Garube was pretty blunt about what these results show. She said, "The class of 2025 remind us again of the long reach of weak foundations." She noted that only 34% of candidates wrote mathematics, while the majority opted for mathematical literacy. Weak foundations show up later, in dropout rates at university and in the job market. Now let's talk about the controversies, because the lead up to results day wasn't smooth sailing. There was a confirmed leak of NSC exam papers, including maths, physical science, and English. The breach came from inside the system. There are around 40 learners under investigations whose results are also being withheld. The Department of Education says that the leak was caught, the suspects are being investigated, and criminal cases are underway. But critics argue it damages public trust. And then there's the ongoing fight about how exam results are published. Results are published in newspapers and online, using exam numbers instead of names to protect students' privacy. But people argue that this still causes harm, turning results day into a public spectacle. That debate isn't going anywhere. And finally, the big one, the 30% pass mark debacle. There is technically no single 30% pass for Matric. Learners must meet specific requirements for specific subjects and languages. But the perception is stuck that you can scrape through with minimal understanding, with critics arguing this devalues their entire qualification. There are some politicians, including Build One SA's leader Musi Maimane, who have argued to raise the threshold to 50%. Experts, however, warn that raising the bar without addressing inequality will simply lock more students out of the education system. And that's the core tension here. Because as Matric learners celebrate, millions of learners have returned to school today. But there are thousands of learners, particularly grade 1 and grade 8 students, who still don't have confirmed placements, especially in Gauteng and the Western Cape, where overcrowded schools and late infrastructure delivery continue to delay the start of the academic year for some. So yes, the class of 2025 made history, but the real question isn't just about pass rates. It's about whether these results translate into real learning, real opportunities, and real change for all learners, not just the ones who made it through. Congrats to the class of 2025, you've earned it. Now the system has to catch up. Read our full explainer at explain.co.za.